RFK Jr. joined Trump along the campaign trail. We kind of had a preview that he said he'd let RFK go crazy with the health, aspects of trying to make America healthy again. And now, Bruce, here it is. This is the pick. What do you think about it?
Well, listen, it's great. And thanks for having me. I see my brother, Hogan, another brother from another mother. It's good to always be with him. But listen, this gets back to what President Trump was selected for by the American people. Thinking out of the box, getting other folks that you probably wouldn't think, really? So unlike the traditional, presidents historically that always pick, the safe choice, if you want to use that term, and let's get out the box and get someone in here that really has a passion, number one, for health. I mean, let's be real. The U.S., you saw he's talking lately about the fluoride and some other things that we've been putting in our bodies here in the United States. So I think it's always good to have someone. And listen, he's a great fitness guy, too. I'm a fitness guy. I know Hogan is, so we need someone that is really into, taking care of themselves, that wants to lead that agency and wants to help and promote health for the American people.
And this pick really puts a spotlight on Health and Human Services, the changes or the power that position wields, including overseeing the FDA, the CDC, the NIH, and Medicare and Medicaid. The media, Hogan, not happy about the pick, including those on CNN, reacting to it. Watch.
Will they resist RFK on vaccines? I don't know. And but I certainly think Gates probably has the toughest hill to climb.
Well, America, I hope you like measles. Thanks to all of you.
Somebody said to me today, I can't think of any single individual who'd be more damaging to public health than RFK.
So, Hogan, your reaction there, again, they're pointing to, when the headlines are written about him, it's pointed to anti-vaxxer Robert F. Kennedy Jr. How do you respond to that, and do you support the decision by President-elect Trump?
Well, first of all, of course, I support the pick. Second of all, if this were a Democrat president putting up a Kennedy for a post like this, the media would be saying, see how brilliant this is? A long-time political family. This person is steeped in the ways of American political tradition. But, of course, it's Donald Trump, so they have to say everything bad about every pick. The hand-wringing by the mainstream media is comical over every single one of these picks, the pearl clutching every time a name comes down. The fact is the American people put Donald Trump in charge of this government because they wanted lower prices for gas and groceries. They didn't want wars. They wanted things like Robert F. Kennedy to be helping make America healthy again. These are the kinds of decisions that Donald Trump has made early on in a very fast, rapid succession that the American people voted for. And while the left may be angry and upset, the president, Donald Trump, is going to keep moving forward because he understands what the will of the people actually means. And because he has a MAGA mandate, if you will, he can go in there and say, all right, you guys want to shake things up? I'm going to help you do that by putting people in these positions of power that really don't care about the D.C. decorum or the Beltway norms. We're going to do things a bit differently. We're going to make your lives better in the process.
Yeah. Even the Colorado governor, who's a Democrat, by the way, Jared Polis, has come out posting on X that he's excited by the news of the RFK Jr. tap. But he did stress he hopes he leans into personal choice on vaccines as opposed to bans, which I don't believe he had discussed bans. So we'll be waiting to see, of course, what the conversations even look like when he makes it to the Senate. And that leads me to my next question, Bruce. Chances of Senate confirmation here. You've got a majority with the GOP, but do you think they'd be on board for all of Trump's picks, including perhaps some of his more controversial ones? We played it in that CNN soundbite. I believe it was Kinzinger talking about Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Listen, this has been a tough road. I've been with President Trump since the escalators of June, a lot of us that's watching this show, and you look what he's been through. Look what the country's been through. Look at the fake impeachments, the hoax, Russian hoax, all the things we've been through. And God, thank God, he survived the shooting in Butler. So it's been a long road. So I would think, and I pray for this, and the senators, you watching this, don't play games. Listen, trust the man's decisions on getting the right people in here. We all know who these people are. Give them the shot, get them up there, and let's all work together and go forward, especially after everything we've been through. And let's move this forward. So I'm very optimistic, Emma, that I believe that we're going to get these folks confirmed.
Information, truth, is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.